Well, folks, we're finally here. We're officially starting the new NASCAR season with Daytona race weekend. Indeed, we are officially so back. And sure, we may have had a little bit of preseason action from the Cup Series with the Bowman Gray Clash, but tonight, all three series will finally begin their season, starting off tonight with the Truck Series race. So let's get things underway for this race recap. During the offseason, Matt Crafton retired from full-time racing, so because of that, I was moved over to the 88 truck, and tonight I am starting off things on a good note with my new ride since I've won the pole for tonight's race. I'm disappointed that I wasn't able to qualify my way into the Truck Series race tonight. I was really looking forward to running the iconic Greg Biffle 6 font on my truck. Hopefully there will be a race where I'll be able to qualify my way in and be able to run this 6 font on my truck. I may have scuffed the wall a little bit during my Truck Series test at Rockingham, but I was approved by NASCAR, and tonight I will be making my Truck Series debut. And to honor my best friend and mentor Greg Biffle tonight, I, along with all my teammates at Nice Motorsports, will be running iconic Greg Biffle font numbers on our trucks to honor him. Be like Biff. And tonight, Ram is officially coming back to the Truck Series with Colleague Racing, and for this race, I'm going to be running the 25 Ram 1500 for Colleague. And this weekend, I'll be running all three series with Trucks, O'Reilly, and Cup. Yep, a lot already happening this weekend. Nice Motorsports running Greg Biffle font numbers, Rams coming back to NASCAR starting tonight, and we have some Cup Series drivers in the field. Not only for just Trucks, but for O'Reilly Series as well. A new season for the Truck Series has officially begun as we shall take the green flag for the Daytona truck race. Well, that sucks to be taken out so early on in the race. I guess I didn't check myself before I wrecked myself. And in a thriller photo finish with Tanner Gray, I shall go on to take the Stage 1 victory. That kid in the 98 just got loose and ran into me. I'll win the second stage. Ended up having a driver's side rear flat tire. Well, it looks like Hocevar isn't the only one who has tire problems tonight, as we had a couple other drivers with tire issues. Ended up having another flat tire. And I would also go on to spin for a third time, but it didn't bring out the caution. Spun off the nose of the 88 truck. Well, I guess all that hard work making my way back up to the field was for nothing, since I was in contention to get a win here tonight, but I got shuffled out. And out of nowhere, with a big push from Ty Majeski, I shall go on to win the Truck Series season opener at Daytona. Well, that was an amazing job by Chandler Smith, and we had a fantastic finish with them being full wide behind the leaders. Now, let's continue on the action with the O'Reilly Series race. And in typical super speedway fashion, I shall go on to win the pole for the Daytona O'Reilly race. You gotta be kidding me, Austin Hill out of all people, and it's on a super speedway. As Kyle Busch once said, I'm not surprised about anything, congratulations. Well, since I couldn't qualify my normal car into the O'Reilly race, I was able to work out a deal with Alpha Prime Racing and Cesar Beccarella to drive the Ford car for their team today. Though I must say, it still sucks that my 62 Build Motorsports team got disqualified during the duels last Thursday and I won't be able to race on Sunday. During the offseason, the Xfinity Series got rebranded to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and today we start this series off with the green flag here at Daytona. Not even the first lap and already we start wrecking. Spun off of turn 4 and clipped the inside wall. Got turned by the 41. Ha! I'll win the first stage! I swear, if he goes on to win the race, there is gonna be a lot of unhappy NASCAR fans. We want to take the time to acknowledge the loss of Greg Biffle and Michael Annett, who lost their lives during the offseason. Annett won this race here in 2019, and Greg Biffle was a great person in the NASCAR community who lost his life in a plane crash, along with him and his family and friends. They will truly be missed. Yes, it is pretty sad, and I wish more teams done stuff for Michael Annett. At least Sammy Smith was able to do something to honor Michael Annett with his passing. And would you look at that, I'll sweep the stages. Got tagged from the side by the 48. Oh no, NASCAR Sonic fan wrecked. Ha, nah, I'm right here, but good one, Airborne. Got clipped by the 27. Well, I'm pretty much done for. What an awful way to begin my O'Reilly Auto Parts Series season. Debris came off my car and brought out that caution. A flat left rear tire caused me to wreck out. Well, would you look at that? In typical super speedway dominant fashion, I shall go on to win the season opener at Daytona.
I'm not surprised about anything. Congratulations.
Man, what an awful way to start out this O'Reilly Series season. After all that action, just for another Austin Crybaby Hill win? Are you serious right now? Well, this is just frustrating for everybody. And hopefully when we go to Atlanta next weekend, he won't win there. But anyways, let's move on from that and focus more on the Daytona 500. And to celebrate the Simpsons 800th episode, Bart Simpson will be waving the green flag at the start of this race, so this will be interesting to see how this works. And I have a feeling we're in for a great race today. And during Speed Weeks, I went on to win the pole for the Daytona 500. Perhaps my luck is finally changing for me, and perhaps I could finally get my first Daytona 500 victory. And also, sadly, it has been 25 years since we lost a legend, that being of Dale Earnhardt. So me and my teammate are going to carry special black number 3 decals on our cars this weekend to help honor and remember the passing of Dale Earnhardt 25 years ago here at Daytona. That was very special of RCR to do that. Now go out there and do it for Dale. And also be like Biff. And to help honor Greg Biffle this weekend, all of the RFK cars along with AJ Allmendinger are going to run special Greg Biffle font tribute numbers on our cars for this weekend. And since Anthony Alfredo failed post-race inspection after Duel 2, I shall be the last open car to make the Daytona 500. Me and Heim already locked in on speed, so we didn't have to worry about qualifying our way in through the duels. And it's such an honor for Junior Motorsports to be able to make the Daytona 500 again. And since I moved on from the Truck Series after winning the championship, this race will start my partial part-time Cup Series schedule. In addition to that, I will run some Truck Series races later on this season, but hopefully sometime I can get another full-time ride. And I was able to have that provisional starting spot. So I got treated as if I was one of the chartered vehicles. And also, I have confirmed that next year's Daytona 500 will be the last Cup Series start that I ever do, making more room to run more racing venues. Don't have a cow, man. Bart Simpson shall wave the green flag to start off the 68th running of the Daytona 500. Car just snapped and went around on me. Spun out entering pit road. All in stage 1. Of course the 51 was racing up in the lead pack and had to start a wreck. Yeah, that was a misjudgment on my part, and while under caution, I shall win the second stage. A push gone wrong from Corey Heim, and after we took the white flag, I ended up getting wrecked from the lead. I had a shot at winning the Daytona 500 until I didn't. Not only that, but this would have been my first career win in the Cup Series. And in a dramatic fashion to end the Daytona 500, I shall go on to take the checkered flag and win the 68th running of the Great American Race. So happy that Reddick was finally able to break his winless streak and get his first Daytona 500 win. Yeah, he deserved this. So close, yet so far still. I'm heartbroken as an Elliott fan. Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get it done, dude. I feel the same way. I too am also heartbroken that McDowell wasn't able to get his second Daytona 500 victory. He took the gamble, but it didn't work out for him. But hey, you know what? This win for Reddick kinda makes me a fan of him now. Well, with that being put aside, we now head over to Atlanta for next weekend's race. We'll have draft in action for 2 weekends in a row with a doubleheader Saturday with trucks and O'Reilly series, and then on Sunday we're going to be racing the Better Health 400 at Atlanta. So until then, we shall see you next weekend at Atlanta Super Speedway.